Welcome to Adipa. And if you have not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. Okay. So let me see. If you have not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. So today I'm going to look at some comments that our Kenyans give, and this is more. It shows you how demeaning men can, some statements, or even women can say some statements about another woman. And sometimes when you come here online, you don't realize that whatever you're saying can be read out there by anybody. So I'm first going to say this was a comment. This was Tuko Weekly Forero. Weekly Orero. This is about, if you, let me tell you the backstory. The backstory is Sheila Wegesha died. Sheila Wegesha was living with a man. I think she had separated with her husband, with kids, and she liked life. Sheila liked life. So Sheila was enjoying. She was a beautiful woman, and she used to go out a lot with the hangla. Hangla is a traditional Kenyan music that people like. So she used to like to go to the club. She went with her boyfriend. I'm not. I think they called her husband because they lived together, and supposedly they fought one day and he killed her. Now, when it was time for her burial, her ex-husband took her body, um, because traditionally, because even though she had left the husband, she had to be buried there. And even going to be buried there, they had to build a house for her. So even though she was a beautiful woman, it looked like she had money, she lived well. She was buried very very small. The husband built just a little small house, and the according to Luo tradition, if she had remained there, maybe they would have built a big house. But now he had to build a house so that he can bury her. So the ex-husband offered a burial ground. Now, look, let me tell you, the comments that people talk and the comments that people say is what threw me off. I couldn't believe how insensitive our Kenyans can be, men, both women. Some of them were saying, oh, that's why you shouldn't leave your husband. So, what they're trying to say is that women should stay in abusive relationship. If that man was abusive, if that man didn't love her anymore, she should stay. Let me ask you. So, I want you to see some of these comments, and I'm going to put them on here, because these guys, when they're commenting, they don't realize that whatever they're saying is very, very insensitive. This is Wycliffe Orero says the lady knew that she wasn't marriageable due to her recklessness. She shortened her life. She ought to have gone full blast into brothel. Wycliffe, is that something to say about somebody's child? Huh? Let me put this here. So, Wycliffe Orero says, let me show this comment. So, read what Wycliffe has written down there. Look at how insensitive that statement is scrolling down. This woman died 5 weeks ago. This woman was somebody's daughter. And to you, you believe that because she wasn't marriageable due to her recklessness. Because, because in Kenya, if you leave your husband, you're reckless. So you should stay in abuse. You should stay in a marriage that's loveless. You should stay in a marriage that you're not wanted. You should stay in a marriage that nobody wants you. You see that? So look at that statement, Wycliffe. I hope you're happy with yourself. That's all I'm saying. Now, some people were very, very, Some people, of course, were sorry about what happened. Her boyfriend killed her. You know, Mhm. I'm gonna read some of this. Dominic says, Jabed, poor 13. I was told by my grandma till to date. I don't know what it means. I don't know. That's a lower statement. Lesson learned. Bed, karachuri most kataka ochanduru kode aya. So, Wycliffe Omondi again says, this Wycliffe, I don't know what your problem is. But Wycliffe says here that you need to stay with your husband no matter what. That is the direct translation. Um, Paul Osir says she was polyandrous. I'm reading these comments from a Facebook post. The Samaritan woman. So somebody, Angeline Olayo, is calling her the Samaritan woman. Now, Isilesi Gerashon says, suppose I was the first husband. How do I eulogize this one? I'll be smiling all through. I don't know if that's a boy. Isilesi. I don't know if that's a man writing that kind of statement. All right. You see how insensitive people are? Okay, let's read some more comments. And I want you guys to see and to realize the state of women in Kenya. If men think like this, where are we headed? And these are young Gen Zs. Hmm? They want you to stay in a bad marriage. Now, Nyar Pam says, which is fine with her. She says, when I grow up, I would like to have two husbands. I don't know if that's insensitive or not. Well, she had two hubbies, then one killed her. Too bad. Okay. Who is she? Some people don't know who she is. I'm gonna Hey, you see how men? Jared says she seems innocent in her face, but there is a body part in her that knows all her husbands. How insensitive is that? And by the way, I'm putting these comments here. They are so sad. She's died and rest in peace. Let me tell you about Sheila from what I've learned. Just not even by learning a lot. This woman knew what she wanted. She led her life. She did what she needed to do. She chose her life. So whoever is saying that Sheila did wrong is wrong because this woman, she lived her life. This woman, she left a bad marriage. How many of you can live bad marriages? How many of you can live bad marriage? Hey, some of you are still stuck until now. Some of you are standing, writing bad comments there behind Sheila, behind the computer, talking about her. And you are sad, very miserable, living with a man who is mistreating you. Now, Sheila may be dead, but it was her time. Sheila may be dead. But let me tell you, Sheila won. She led her life. Okay? So instead of feeling bad and feeling that, oh, she should have not, she did. You can't. So you can talk about Sheila all you want. Hmm? Okay? I'm still going to read some comments here. Yeah? Is, she may rest in peace. A lot of people are very nice. They're saying rest in peace. Yes. Then Waliki Han says, I blame the past husband. Well, in abuse, sometimes you can't blame anybody's. If it's not working, it's not working. Sometimes it's because you are not matched. You can start a marriage and you realize in between, this is not my match. Hmm? When I look at my ex's, my ex's current wife, me and her are complete separate people. So I know we didn't match. There's no way he could have loved me and me and him could have been happy because I'm completely, totally different from that person. So sometimes you're just not matched, okay? Now, let me see here. Polyandry is real. The last husband should bury her, not the first. I'm a VP. I'm not really sure if she was married to any of these. And women, let me tell you, I saw somebody had written that this should be a lesson for you to stay with your husband. This should be a lesson for you to be independent. This should be a lesson for you to do you. This should be a lesson for you to be happy no matter what and to live. And this should be a lesson for you to write a will. This should be a lesson for you to build, but it shouldn't be a lesson for you to stay with a man just because he's your husband. Yeah? Hey. In this day and age where you can write things, even write down. Some of you have not even written down, you're looking at me. Some of you are listening to me right now. Some of you know very well that they need to be writing down something to show. Do you know there are people who die not telling or revealing stuff even to their children? Huh? You know very well you've left that home. You don't want ever to go back to that home. Write somewhere and keep it, even if it's just writing and notarizing. Learn how to do things like that. Prepare. We're all going there. Hmm? You know? So you need to be prepared, you know? Some of you are talking about Sheila, but you're in a bad, bad situation. You know very well you're with somebody's husband. That person has not built for you a house, just like Sheila, but you're sitting here cursing her, talking about her, or just sitting there and doing nothing. Do something. Okay? So sharing is caring, but share with common sense. So she had no common sense. Who was she sharing with? Or are you talking about Jack? I don't know. How ng'ama tho ka chode iyuago nade? Okach big song. Okay. It says ng'ama tho ka chode iyuago nang'o? Oh, Mercy. I don't know. You know? Let me put this comment up here. I'm not even going to put that because that's very insensitive. You know? Mhm. Very, very insensitive. By the way, we have to remember that when we are talking about Sheila, let's remember that the kids are still alive. Some of them can read this, some of them are on social media just like you. Be very sensitive when you talk about things like this. What I know is that these things follow people. You see all these kids right now, they're talking, they're busy. These things will affect your future. If it doesn't affect your future, it will affect your children's future. You know. So there is a French saying that goes. I'm not going to read that. Most people are very, very. Everybody was very sad about this. You know, especially women. Mhm. And in the comments, if I find myself such a situation, ask them to bury her for the sake of our child, but we must teach his brothers and parents some lesson. Whatever that person is writing, I don't know, you know. But guys, the reason why, let me stop sharing this. The reason why I'm talking about this is that I want people to not forget Sheila in because Sheila whatever happened to Sheila, it's not a lesson for us to stop going for domestic violence or to stop asking for help or to stay with the bad marriage. Let her life help other women to do right for themselves. It is okay to have guts. This should not put fear in people's lives, you know. People should not fear asking for help because of what happened to Sheila. That shouldn't happen, you know. But insensitive people, you know, people who are very, very insensitive. Let me go back, look for, hold on. I'm still looking for some stuff here. Mhm. Okay. So, by the way, how are you guys doing after Mandamano? Hmm? Let me see here. Hold on. I have to check something here. So, I'm gonna share this one now. Let me see here. Share the screen. Mm, all right, this one here. Mm. All right, so we are at Obure Cave. Obure says, Sheila Wegesha lived lavishly in Nairobi. Her husband, Jack Bamboo, owned a popular entertainment joint, was the director of Amigori NGO, and was moneyed. This house was constructed recently after Sheila Wegesha passed as Paluo's tradition, since she couldn't be laid to rest bila nyumba. If God has blessed you and you can get something small as a hustle hard, guys, try build a home, even if it's a small house. It's embarrassing people having to contribute to build you a house. I guess he's right. I don't know if this house that where Sheila was buried, is that the main house for the husband? It looks like he didn't have a. It looked like he didn't have a home. The husband who left her. So now let's talk about the house. Let's not worry about Sheila. Sheila is gone. Sheila is gone. Sheila, um, that was just a shell you buried. Her soul is gone. She already lived her life. So whatever she's buried, she's fine. You know. Nyinyi ndio mnaibika. You guys are the ones getting embarrassed, not Sheila. You guys are the ones getting embarrassed. So why build if you are not living there? That's what I'm asking. But that's a Luo tradition. They had to build that house. For me, I truly believe that Sheila should have been buried in Nairobi, where she liked life, where she loved. Going to take her back to someone she had left. Mm-mm. Why you bother? She's dead. Kids are in the right hand. That's what matters. Nyumba for what? She lived her life. Yes, that's Ruth. Let me go ahead and put this comment. Ruth Shimba. So in this video, let me scroll down. You see that house there? Is Sheila's house. You know? A lot of people are thinking it's embarrassing, but me, I don't care because she's gone. You see, she's gone. She's gone. She's already lived her life. She made good choice. She saved herself. Who knows if the husband, this other one would have killed her? We don't know. So we can't say that, you know, when your time is come, your time is come. Mhm. You know. Yeah, some Levi says, I love reading comments as they are informative. They can be informative. They can also be rude. Most comments here are rude. She lived her life well. You guys are quick to judge. Maybe she was fighting for stability. Yes. Now, Miriam, I like this. I have to put this comment here. Miriam says, uh, Miriam says, uh, okay. Miriam says, let me show this scroll and add banner. I'm gonna show this one. The one for uh-huh. I'm gonna hide that one and show this one. Let me show Miriam's comment. This weekly comment is bad. I don't like it. I'm gonna go more positive. Ooh. Miriam, yeah, that's what Miriam says. Aish, that doesn't matter at all. She lived her life well. You guys are quick to judge. Maybe she was fighting for stability. All along, business owners can relate. Yep. Let me tell you, we can relate. I can relate. Sometimes somebody's mistreat. Most abusers or narcissists, they look like they're good people in the society. And when you leave your husband, people expect you to look sad. People expect you not to enjoy life. Let this, let me tell you, if you're gone, you're gone. Enjoy your life. It is better you die enjoying your life than than die sad just because you want to keep a marriage. Those kids may have not that man if he could not build a house for Sheila. Do you think he took care of Sheila? Just now he can buy he gave her land. So you want land only, but what about your life? Land, you're not gonna eat land. Hmm? She. Somebody's asking why the Luas have to go and take her to this house here. There is the house right there. You know. Now, Wajalo, how will I get embarrassed? I'm already dead. Thank you. Finally somebody said it. Vicky. Vicky. Hakuna embarrassment in that house. Let me put that comment here. How does Sheila get embarrassed? Sheila is gone. Hmm? Okay. That is Vicky's comment, and I love it. Okay. Okay. She says, Vicky, how will I get embarrassed? Vicky, sema, ongeza. Huh? Now, we're still back on the comments. Let me go back on the comments. Comment. Now you see that's her husband. Now this picture drew a lot of yeah, he's a nice guy, but we don't know about his character before. It was nice of him to carry the kid. And who else can the kid fall on to? You see how the kind of life they were leading? Sheila was leading a very, very good life. Lived lavishly. So this is the house. We're going back to the house. Mm. You see? So let me tell you, don't worry about where you're going to be buried. If you haven't made arrangements, you really don't care that much. Whew. Mm. This world no balance, killed by second husband, buried by first. Hmm. That happens. Let's see here. Please allow the dead to rest. Show us you've done what you've done home and your skeletons too. We dwell on strangers' lives more than our own. True, 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 true. Okay. She had a very lavish house at Jack Bamboo's house. Wacheni udaku. She had a nice house. I'm telling you, she lived her life. You need to live your life. A lot of you live for your funeral. You live so that you can have a good burial. You make yourself miserable so that you can have a good burial ground. What is that? No, 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 no. So, if there are people here advertising themselves, I better scroll up real quick. Hmm? Some people take these opportunities to, to advertise themselves. Me, let me go here to comments. Top comments, all comments is where I want to go. More comments. So 3 weeks ago this happened. Let me tell you. The former husband donated land where she be buried decently. Now you want to add pain on top of the best known cockadoodle husband in town. Hey, we don't know about his bestness, so don't tell us. Life is for the living. Yes, yes, yes. Sheila has lived her beautiful self. May you rest with the angels, Sheila. You know, I hope the kids, some traditional myth zitupiliwe mbali. Yes, this little tradition of you running to your wife, you didn't treat your wife well, you didn't treat your wife well. Then all of a sudden, when they die, you run to them. Wacheni hizo maneno. Stop those tabias. Eh? Stop those tabias. Yeah? Now, when somebody is dead, is when you're now running to go and bury them. Hey, keep these traditions. No. Hmm? Somebody said that. Let me tell you who said that. Chef. Mm. Mm. By the way, a lot of Gen Zs, they don't even have homes. Hey, nyinyi mtazikwa wapi? Wacheni hizi comments zenyu, nyinyi mtazikwa hapo kaburini. Some of you are talking and they don't even know if they'll ever have a place. I'm telling you, I feel sorry for you. With all these funny comments you guys are putting here on Sheila, huh? Easy comments zenyu, you will swallow them one day. Eh? Ask us, keep living. Hey, keep living and this, keep living. Eh? Hey, keep living, guys, and this will happen to you. You know? So let me see. Philip O'Kelly keeps sorrowing people's houses during burials. How does that help you? You keep sorrowing people's houses during burials. How does that help you? Now let people live their lives. Yes, this is what I'm telling you. Let this not women. I'm telling you, if you're listening to me, many men here are saying that this should make you stay in your stay with an abusive husband. Don't. Kwanza hao wenye wanaandika comments hapa, these are horrible men. I'm sorry. Jaluo akili zao ziko maandamano. Hawako maandamano, at least wamezika msichana yetu. But you are living for this life for anyone. Whoever feels they can't bury you because you don't have a dead asset, Let them be. Thank you. That was said by George Bundi. If it's the first husband's home who was an ex, how was she to build or have a house there? Thank you. So you guys are blaming this woman. You don't know how she left. She's dead now. We can't even tell why she died. We don't know. We don't know. So we are busy saying Sheila didn't build a house. How do we know this? Do you know some men will keep you, some men will keep you in a relationship for 20 years. They have land, but they will not give it to you. They will not tell you go build. You know, most in Luo land, you can't go and build your own house if the man doesn't go and start building the house for you. Supposedly, there's some traditions you have to do before the house is built. The man has to go chimba. Do you know I had an auntie whose husband lived in the city for over 30 years, refused to go home. He only was taken home when he was buried. Now my auntie wanted to go home and build a house. The guy refused. You know, she ended up being built for a shack like that one of Sheila. Because and even that house, the people from the home ended up chasing her because they did not know her where. Where? Wachara na watu. Hmm? Those who are saying Sheila should have built a house. How do you build a house? Hmm? Where you're not wanted. Eh, wawachane na Sheila. Pole pole. Hmm? Now I'm still reading a few more comments, then I'll be done in a few minutes. So I'm not supporting her life while alive, but who has ever dreamt of getting back their exes? Like unasema wacha tu nijenge, nitarudi nizikwe hapa. Thank you. Let me put this comment on respect. It's long though. Dang. Let me just read it. You invest where you are loved, appreciated. You don't invest mahali wewe ni takataka. Thank you. Oh my God. Rina Nyar Okoth, I'll even look for you. I like your attitude. I like your comments. I like the way you think. Eh? Rina. Rina. Let me just read this and end this because this is everything. Rina says, Rina Nyar Okoth, thank you for this comment about Sheila Wegesha. It says, I'm not supporting her life while alive, but who has ever dreamt of getting back their exes? Like unasema wacha tu nijenge nitarudi nizikwe hapa. Not even me, Rina says. You invest where you are loved and appreciated, and you don't invest mahali wewe ni takataka in the name of utazikwa huko. Munasikia hiyo maneno? Eh? Maybe she had invested with luck, and now that she was taken back, she couldn't go with the investment because DCI only wanted the body as per Luo traditions. Once the man has paid your dowry, you are his property, and you return the property to be free. And by the way, we should not be judgmental because we don't know what led to their separation. This is exactly how I'm thinking, Rina. Eh? Luos would say, Osuri emong eyo gik motimore eot. With that comment, I'm letting you guys go. Please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay? Subscribe if you have not subscribed. And we can talk more. I'll be bringing more and more things like this. You have a good day. So, you have a good night. It's late at night. I'm recording this late at night. May you stay blessed and subscribe to a deeper speaker. Look for me. Look for me.